Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang Killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass.
What's up, YouTube? You got Mike, Sylvia, and Blake here on the very first episode of the Vape Couch. Proudly presented to you by Atlanta Vapor. And the reason we're doing this episode is we posted a blog today on our website, atlantivapor.com, about the FDA's regulations, them finally acknowledging the e-cigarette business. And just a few of the things that they hit on, we want to hit on in this video. Since it was today, we want to be the first ones to bring it to you. The regulations, talking about banning e-cigarette sales to minors, label restrictions and proposals, and a few other things we want to talk about. The first thing I would like to discuss is selling to minors. This is something Atlanta Vapor has done since day one. We have never condoned the sales of e-cigarettes to minors, and we never will. And even though these laws have not been exactly passed into effect, they're just talking about them, this is something that we already do and will continue to do just because that's just how we roll. And guys, do you have anything to add?
I was just very surprised to see that they're just now taking that head on. I always thought, I mean, I guess until now it was more of a morality issue per company to sell to minors or people under 18. But I've personally never been to any shop or website that hasn't at least had like a, you know...
Are you 18?
Yeah, if you're 18, you can enter here, click enter, or enter your birth date. It was just, it's a little surprising that it's even taken this long, you know, to really get into. But yeah, as a morality standpoint, definitely, I mean, I agree with it for sure. I definitely don't think it should be in the hands of minors or anything. It is a nicotine product.
I agree. I think the ball was definitely dropped on the government standpoint as far as the sales, because that's something they should have said, okay, this has nicotine in it, we definitely don't want kids to have this, we need to regulate this.
Yeah, but that does go to show, you know, as, you know, America is supposed to be governed by the people, that the people did make a good decision in the first place. I've never been to a company that didn't, or that did sell to minors, so, you know, everybody kind of took that one on their own and didn't sell to minors, so that's a good, you know, it's a good thing. People came out and did that anyway, straight from the jump. They didn't take advantage of the system there.
Yeah, and it's still, again, on that same point, what really gets me is these stores out here that are still selling to minors, and it's like they have no regard for what's going on, and I just, that's not us, that's not who we are, that's not who we ever will be. So if you're a minor, I'm sorry, we can't help you. We love you, but can't help you. And what's another one? The labels. Labeling on juice. Now, a lot of people think that the whole regulations on the juice manufacturers is going to hurt and cripple the business. That's completely false. All I see is it helping us because it gives the consumer that much more information about what they have bought. Because I think they're wanting it to say like contains nicotine. This product is addictive. You know, the same things that tobacco companies had to do with their product, like with chewing tobacco. This product may cause mouth cancer. You know, the whole Surgeon General's warning and everything. I'm cool with that. Please put that on there. Yes, educate my customers for me. Make my job easier. 100%. Guys?
Yeah, just gives a backbone to the whole product. I mean, and obviously it won't have to be quite as extreme as the Surgeon General's warning is. Then there aren't those sort of harmful side effects, you know, from electronic cigarettes. But it is good to know, you know, that at least it's a good interest for the FDA to come in. As long as they don't come in and really, you know, do what everybody's scared of and try to really overpower the business, then it's cool with me. You know, everything checks out there. I mean, so far everything looks good to me. I'm pleased with it.
I definitely think these regulations are going to do nothing but help the e-cigarette business, because it makes it seem like more of a legit product.
Exactly, and it takes away from that argument of people who you know, there's that certain class of people who are trying to say that they are unhealthy or who knows, or, you know, look, they're not FDA approved. Well, now they will be.
Yeah, now we can say, yes, finally the FDA has took it upon themselves to recognize our product as something that is helpful to people. Yeah. And all they're trying to do is regulate it and make sure that it's safe.
Exactly. But even from that standpoint, if you look at it, FDA did approve cigarettes.
Right.
So what does that really mean, you know, but it's just, at least it is going through a process. You know? It's going through a regimented process.
And big tobacco, we won't get into the politics of that and the money changing hands and all that good stuff, but I'm sure everybody out there in YouTube land can use your imaginations as to why big tobacco is against e-cigarettes. I mean, hello. my hand is in your pocket, your hand can't come near my pocket. It's, you know, but we won't get into those politics. And the only other thing I can think to talk about from this whole standpoint is like, this seems to have come about after these recent things that have happened in the e-cig world, as far as the kids grabbing the e-liquid and like batteries exploding. And this all goes back to, I mean, don't take this the wrong way, I hate to say it like this, but common sense, people.
Yeah.
Don't let your kid have your e-juice bottle.
Yeah.
Don't let your kid play with your e-cigarette in the backseat of the car while you're driving. I mean, accidents happen with anything.
You would not let your kid, hopefully, that is anywhere near the age of the child who that happened to, you would not let that child have your pack of cigarettes and a lighter. You wouldn't let him have a bottle of liquor.
You would give him a bottle of bleach.
Yeah, you don't set that sort of thing out for your child to get a hold of.
Treat your e-liquids like household chemicals.
Yeah.
Keep them out of reach of children.
Exactly. A pack of cigarettes, don't let your child have that pack of cigarettes. Or if anything, like I have a little sister, and when I first brought mine into the house, I sat down and told her, look, don't ever touch this. You don't have any reason to touch this or anything. I mean, obviously she was a little bit curious at first, but I mean, she never picked it up, never, you know.
Yeah, as long as you tell them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never had any issues with my son doing that.
absolutely.
I mean, we're all responsible people. We can't help that there are people out there who are less responsible, but accidents will happen, and this can be associated with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
It can be associated with dishwashing detergent. I mean, this
toothpaste.
is just...
More kids go to the hospital for toothpaste.
This is true. Definitely true. But again, just to touch base on what we talked about, the labels, the underage sales. I mean, it's only going to help us. Everybody in the e-cig world, stay strong, keep your head up. Don't let this get you down, because it is not going to hurt us at all.
These are all things that have been in the works, and a lot of companies have been doing since day one. So, I mean, I'm not fearful of the future of it. And with any of those changes, it'll take years for them to even come about. I mean, it's going to be a 2-year process.
24-month period, yeah.
Absolutely. So it's going to take time and everything, but hopefully it will only strengthen the community.
Yeah, and I hope that, you know, they say once they do sign these laws into effect, they give every shop a period of 24 months to adhere to them. I would hope that all these shops out here, especially the new ones that are popping up, that don't really know what it's all about just yet, and they're selling, you know, we got our own liquids and we got starter kits. I would hope that they just, you know, use the old clunker and just, you know, figure it out, you know, without having to go through the hassles and the heartaches and the problems.
Well, they'll have to submit those products and then scientifically prove that they're actually safe for consumption.
That's another good thing. It's going to get it's going to get rid of a lot of the bathtub brewers out there that give e-cigs a bad name. They're making people sick and stuff like that. But that's all the time we got for today, guys. Again, first episode of the Vape Couch. Many more to come. Vape on YouTube.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can